It started out as a killing game, a contest to see who could shoot the greatest number of birds. But then something happened. The slaughter ended and counting began. Today, more than a century after the last of the guns fell silent, the annual Christmas bird count continues as the longest-running wildlife census in the world. Tens of thousands of people go outdoors to watch and count birds.
I think all of us have this desire to understand this day, the birds that are part of this day, the Christmas bird count. We want to see who's out here.
I started the first bird count in Ecuador 12 years ago, and we started with 5 people. 12 years later, there are probably 100 or a little over 100 people doing the count.
It's plain and simple for me. It's soothing for my soul. I love it out here.
We'll visit some of the people who are searching for these remarkable birds from New England to Ecuador. And we'll visit a place that for most American birders remains intriguing and yet forbidden.
Cuba, it's a linchpin in the whole discussion about migrants. And there's so little work being done here.
Join me, Willem Lang, as we travel the Americas, meeting people who are counting on birds.
Now I see you. And it looks like it has a long tail. Let's check it out.
I guess it's part of our nature to keep track of things, time, money, people. But I'm curious why so many people spend time counting birds. So I take off for northern New Hampshire on a snowy December day in hopes of finding an answer.
We're in Errol, New Hampshire, at the bridge over the Androscoggin River, the center of our Christmas bird count. Traditional spot for everyone to stop at various times of the day, and we're hoping for bald eagle, ducks, and anything else that flies by.
Bob Quinn rises early. He hopes to catch a glimpse of any passing bird.
Oh, finches. Here they come.
For a guy who travels the world studying exotic birds, Bob's enthusiasm for a small flock of finches says a lot.
Well, I've been watching birds now for 40 years, and I've done all around the world, continue to do it all around the world, and it never diminishes. The enjoyment, the satisfaction, the thrill.
I just want to check a couple of dark spots in the tree back there.
Think about
They
it.
might be eagles.
Why else would we be out here on this snowy day in
I don't think
December
they are. I
in
think they're
Errol
branches,
if
but-
it wasn't for the birds?
Bob's counting partner today is Rebecca Swamala,
Goldfinch?
a New Hampshire Audubon biologist.
At us, right here.
All right, 4 common mergansers flying overhead, all drakes, all boys.
They'll spend the day along roadways,
Yeah.
deep in the woods, and peering into strangers' backyards.
They always come out and ask us what we're doing because we have binoculars and we're oftentimes looking at the feeders at their house.
The duo is part of a larger group of folks who return here year after year for the National Audubon Society's Christmas Bird Count.
For me, doing the Christmas bird count is a way to contribute to our understanding of birds and our knowledge about birds.
Basically, we're looking at counting birds during the holiday season that spend some significant portion of their life cycle in North America.
Jeff LeBaron directs the Christmas bird count for the National Audubon Society. His job is to continue what this man started on Christmas Day in 1900.
Frank Chapman, who was an ornithologist at the American Museum of Natural History and also had his own magazine called Bird Lore, he proposed that people actually go out on Christmas Day and count birds rather than shoot them.
Chapman put an end to a Christmas time tradition known as the Christmas side hunt.
It was a holiday tradition, sort of probably a way of sort of supplying dinner for the, the family big holiday meal. But it turned into a thing where people just would go out and they would choose sides, hence the name side hunt, and whoever brought in the most birds, and it wasn't just birds, it was other wildlife too, whoever brought in the most critters won the hunt.